Yeah.
The two, I mean, it's terrible. For 2 games, we couldn't even get people to come and watch. This is something that we really need to address. Yemi Akinremi says at YMZ Online, says, where are our artists of yesteryears? Like Ezinwa Brothers, Mary Onyali, Fatima Yusuf Chidimo, and others. Last week we brought Deji Aliu on the show. Very soon we'll bring another one for you to see. Some of them are coming back and trying to give back to the sport. And I think we really need to encourage them, bring them back into administration, give them a role to play, let them transfer some of the knowledge that they've acquired, the experience they've acquired, are competing at the highest level, transfer those knowledge to the younger ones. I think that's the best way we can make use of these guys. Not just push them aside and not allow them come close to what is going on around athletics, okay? People are saying, Alex is watching us from Napoli in Italy, says, who is the coach of the Super Eagles? We'll sort that out in a few days. Alonge Akinolu says, Gabros are a strong side home and away. They've shown that in the last 3 seasons. He says he's sure that they will win at least 3 games on the road this season. Akinolu is an expert of the league, so he should know what he's talking about. But we'll watch, keep our eyes on Gabros. If I'm Yoruba United, the cash is there, oil money. Capital oil money is there. We'll see what they bring to the table this season. All right, let's move, guys, very quickly. Let's move away from football. Let's bring you some highlights from the Davis Cup. A lot of games played over the weekend. Switzerland crashing out, and a whole lot more. Sit back, enjoy the highlights. When we return, we'll talk about table tennis. It is starting in Lagos at last. ITTF World Tour, Lagos World Tour is starting, and all eyes on Aruna Quadri of Nigeria. We'll talk about it, and of course, we'll continue to update you with the results of games going on, and as well read your comments on Sports Tonight. Join us again. All right, some highlights for you from the Davis Cup. And that brings us home now. Let's come home and talk about our own world tour. We're talking about the Lagos International Classics. We're talking about the ITTF Lagos World Tour that is starting. And the draws have been made. Tomorrow, the tournament will get underway. I'm sure you guys are expecting quite a lot. All eyes on Aruna Quadri, but we hope Aruna Quadri can deliver. And it all depends on how much support. Let him feel. We have to make him feel at home as this tournament begins.
Yeah, I agree with you, Tony. He arrived the country, I think, last week. In the interview I read, he's very optimistic of getting a good result in this tournament. Like you said, we need to support him. He has cried out about 2-3 weeks ago that when he's playing, he doesn't have enough technical backup. So it behoves on the federation, to get quality technical backup for him. The crowd obviously will be behind him, and that will be an added impetus for him to do well in this tournament. But I don't think we should put unnecessary pressure on the young man. He has done quite a lot in the past, 1 or 2 years. So let him enjoy his game and give his best. When you put unnecessary pressure on someone, he could cave in when you least expect it. So I think all in all, we should expect a good tournament. Both the local, the Nigerian players and other, players from outside the country. 82
players from 11 countries.
Absolutely.
Will be competing for about $46,000 at stake.
That's
Apart from the money, there's also some ITTF points to be made from this world tour.
Yeah,
So there's enough motivation for everybody.
Plenty of motivation. If it's not the money, it's the possibility of gathering points that improve your ranking on the ITTF ranking. So there's plenty to play for in this tournament. And we've said it before that it's a it's a fantastic initiative by the Lagos State government. The fact that it has now gained international recognition continues to improve the standing. We saw the quality of the players last season. Remember the 50-year-old table tennis Taufik Maya, who a lot of people haven't seen in decades. He's there. We see a lot of young talents as well. There's Ojo Onalapot, who also did brilliantly at the Commonwealth Games last year. So there's so much to look forward to. And table tennis is a sport that it is extremely explosive. There's always something going on at any point in time. You cannot hide. You cannot hide at all. So there's always plenty to watch at the table. And I urge everyone to please come out and watch what promises to be a fascinating tournament. As for Arnold Kodri, I really hope that he can get the support that he needs. Some people argue that, look, table tennis is also another individual sport, that if you want to really improve, maybe you should probably hire a personal coach. It's debatable, because you can also say that, I mean, he's also a product of excellent planning by the Nigerian Table Tennis Federation. So it's neither here or there. I'm just hoping that because this is the tournament that is taking place right here in Lagos, you get the support from the Nigerian Table Tennis Federation.
And of course, just to inform you that this tournament starts up tomorrow. Venue is the Molade Okoya Thomas Hall of the Teslim Balogun Stadium. So please avail yourself of this opportunity, watch the best of table tennis, and more importantly, go to support Team Nigeria. Not just Aaron Okodri. Every Nigerian player there deserves support. Go support the Nigerian team, make them feel at home, and let's see if some of those prize money, a chunk of those prize money at stake for the men and for the women, will stay right here with our athletes. All right, let's quickly just update you now around some of the games that we spoke about. The under-20 game between Mali and Zambia is at halftime now, and the game is still goalless. So it's Mali 0, Zambia 0. That's how it is as we speak. And if it stays that way, it means Ghana, with victory in their second game, would also be good to go for the FIFA Under-20 World Cup that will be taking place in New Zealand later in the year. All right, let's take you to Old Trafford. Half-time in that game as well already, and it's 1-1, still 1-1 between Manchester United and Arsenal. Once again, it was Nacho Monreal that put Arsenal ahead in the 26th minute. Wayne Rooney, 3 minutes after, made it 1-1. And that's how it is as we speak. Manchester United won, Arsenal won. All right, tomorrow, let's take a look at tomorrow. Tomorrow, football returns to Europe. Massive UEFA Champions League games tomorrow. FC Porto versus Basel. Real Madrid against Schalke 04. Those are the fixtures for tomorrow. Yeah. Madrid going into this one with an advantage from the first leg 2-0. FC Porto and Basel played out a 1-1 draw from the first leg. All right, so these are the games to look out for tomorrow. And on Wednesday, Bayern and Shakhtar Donetsk. Surprise, surprise, first leg was 0-0 in that one. So there's everything to play for in the return leg. While Chelsea PSG, first leg ended 1-1. Everything to play for in that return leg on Wednesday. Guys, very quickly, let me ask you from the Tuesday games what you expect to see. I'm going to come to you today to talk about the Wednesday games very quickly.
Well, so you have FC Porto and Basel. Like you said, the first leg ended even. One will expect that FC Porto, very consistent at this level, will grind out a victory in that game. But you also give it to Basel. They too will be very consistent in the past 3-4 years. Remember what they did to Chelsea, beating them home and away
in the group stage.
In the group stage last year. So it's going to be a good game, but I want to give it to FC Porto. Then in the second game, Schalke 04 and Real Madrid, I think it will be.
Don't understand.
It will be,
But Madrid are suffering fatigue and poor form of late.
I think it's mental fatigue, and relying so much on Ronaldo, and it's not delivering. After he got that red card, he has not been able to, replicate the form
and raise the team and carry the team. Maybe the injury to James Rodriguez also.
Maybe I think this might sound a bit controversial, but I think it's probably time that they should probably drop Cristiano Ronaldo. I think maybe he needs a bit more hunger. Maybe the fact that maybe he's an automatic first choice is maybe that's what is maybe probably causing his diminishing returns as well. Let him get a bit hungry on the bench and come back and fight for his place. But for the Wednesday games, I think it's the end of the road for Shakhtar Donetsk. They played a very, very cagey game in the first leg, shutting down Bayern Munich, not wanting them to play. But at the Allianz Arena, where Bayern have proven almost unstoppable, I think I shudder to think of what might possibly happen, and I don't think Shakhtar Donetsk can possibly escape that game without losing. The other one is also a very tricky game. Paris Saint-Germain, a team replete with talent, like you said. They also have major European ambitions. It's a team that is built, they said it's a team that is built to dominate both France and the continent, and they really, really want to make something of it. So it won't be an easy game for Chelsea. It's a difficult one to call. It might just end 1-1 again and might go into extra time.
Okay, we'll keep our fingers crossed, but let's see what tomorrow brings, and then we'll be able to talk about the other games as well. Let me wrap up the show by reading a few comments on Twitter. Momo Sonny Momodu at M. Momodu says, where is Kingsley Sokari? Kingsley Sokari is with the Olympic team, with the Dream Team 6. He was on the bench when they played Gabon over the weekend. They beat Gabon 2-0 in Abuja to qualify 6-1 on aggregate, and we'll be meeting Zambia in the final round of the All-Africa Games qualifier. Ologbonshaye G. Sunday at the Wise Consult says, kudos to the under-20 team. It looks like Nigerian football has a future with these guys if they are well monitored. Yes, by the time maybe Wilfred Ndidi comes into the team, Michael Simon comes into the team, Chidebere Wakali comes to the team, Iheanacho comes to the team, Isaac Success, that team should be ready to take on the world because these players will bring a lot of quality. And Musa Yaya as well. By the time these guys come back, we expect that the team will be ready to go. Badu75 at Badu75 says, good evening, guys. I want to know how much toll insurgency has taken on football with reference to El Kanemi. El Kanemi cannot play in Maiduguri. No. They play in Kano. Yeah. I think that's a lot already on the team. So they have to travel to Kano for every game. At the end of the game, they go back to Maiduguri. Before a game, they move back to Kano. It's really heavy toll on El Kanemi, on the pulse of the players, and on the pulse of Borno State government, who are the sponsors of El Kanemi Warriors of Maiduguri. I think that's how we have to wrap it up on the show this Monday. Guys, thank you so much for your time. Let's leave you with some highlights from the FA Cup games played over the weekend, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye now.